What is going on, y'all? This is Pay Me in Dividends, and today is December 18th, 2024. Now, before we jump into this video, let's go over the portfolio very quickly. There have been no changes since the previous video as far as holdings. I'm sitting at $88,190, and I still hold 1,000 shares of AIPI and 1,000 shares of MSTY. But today what I want to talk about is CEPI, which is a new crypto equity premium income ETF by Rex Shares. But before we go over that, let's take a look at the S&P, right? So the S&P is about broken even today, right at 0%. We are up 27% year to date. And if we look at Bitcoin is down 1% or 2% today, and it is still up 135% year to date. Now, CEPI, this is a very interesting one, right? Because I wanted to compare it to a couple other crypto covered called ETFs that employ a different strategy, right? So if we look at CEPI, and we look at the holdings, well, first of all, let's look at the objective, right? So their objective is capital appreciation and current income. Investing in CEPI is not equivalent to investing directly into cryptocurrency. And so this is an interesting one, right? So Crypto Assets and Digital Payments Index is a rules-based composite index that tracks the market performance of 25 companies listed on the recognized exchanges based in the US that are actively engaged in crypto-related activities such as cryptocurrency mining, trading, custody, blockchain technology development, and the creation of digital payment solutions. And so, again, this is an interesting one because if you take a look at the holdings, right, we have Tesla, Robinhood, Coinbase, MicroStrategy, Marathon, Riot, PayPal, Visa. We have all these different companies that are kind of indirectly invested into crypto one way or another. As we know, MicroStrategy and Michael Saylor are heavily invested into Bitcoin. And so I kind of like this one. The only thing about CEPI, I feel like there's an overlap in some ways with FEPI and AIPI from Rex Shares, in the sense that they hold a lot of companies in this fund and then they write covered calls on it. But this could be an interesting one for the portfolio, right? Because there's not too much overlap with the other funds. This one, I guess, is more crypto related. As we know, Robinhood, you can trade crypto on there. Coinbase is obviously a crypto brokerage. Of course, MicroStrategy holds a bunch of Bitcoin, and so this one adds a bit diversification into the portfolio, and it's just something different. So I thought this one was pretty interesting. I do like Rex Shares. I like how their ETFs tend to be pretty stable and actually go up in value over time. Not by much, but it does stay stable. The share price and CEPI and AIPI have been paying out very consistent dividends. But I want to compare it to a couple other ones, right? So here we have YBTC from Roundhill Investments, right? YBTC. And here we can see their strategy is a bit different. So we can see 10% of their holdings is actually IBIT, which we know is the iShares Bitcoin Trust ETF, which is up 121% year to date. So it seems like YBTC holds more Bitcoin ETFs along with other things as well. It looks like they have some government bonds here as well. And it looks like they have some open options here on IBIT. And so they are employing a different strategy in order to capitalize on crypto. As we can see, the Roundhill Bitcoin covered call strategy is the first U.S. listed Bitcoin covered call ETF. The fund offers exposure to Bitcoin subject to a cap while providing the potential for current income. YBTC is an actively managed ETF, and as of now, they are paying a 40% distribution rate. So, these are interesting, right? Because you have these crypto covered call ETFs, but they're all kind of deploying different strategies. So it can be a bit of a toss up trying to decide which one you want to invest in. But I like the idea of CEPI, right? Because they invest in multiple different companies that are engaged in the crypto market, but you still sort of get exposure to the actual companies as well. And these companies tend to be very volatile, which we know when a company is very volatile, they're able to extract a lot of premium off these options, which is the reason why these dividend yields are so high. Another one I want to look at is Maxi from Simplified ETFs, right? Simplified Bitcoin Strategy plus Income ETF. Now, this one has a different strategy as well, right? So if we look at the holdings, we can see that they have IBIT as well, but they actually perform options on other companies as well. We can see here MicroStrategy, we can see here on the NASDAQ, we can see here on the S&P 500. They have some treasury bills in here, and so they are employing a different strategy as well. So the Simplified Bitcoin Strategy Plus Income ETF seeks capital gains and income by providing investors with exposure to Bitcoin while simultaneously generating income by selling short-dated put and or call spreads on a variety of equity and fixed instruments, which may include indices, ETFs, or individual securities. And so between Maxi, YBTC, and CEPI, you have 3 ETFs that are exposed to the crypto market, but they're all performing different strategies. They all have different underlying assets. And so out of these 3, you guys let me know which one you think is the best. There's a couple other covered call crypto ETFs as well. If you guys know about them, put it in the comments. Let me know what you think. But I thought this one was interesting from CEPI. And again, Rex Shares has done very well. CEPI and AIPI have remained very, very stable. As you guys know, I have 1,000 shares of AIPI, and the price has always stayed around $50 more or less while paying that 34% dividend yield. So I'm excited for this. I'm not going to jump into it anytime soon, but I do want to see how it plays out moving forward in the future and see what they end up doing with it. So you guys let me know in the comments, what do you think about CEPI? And one more thing before we get out of here, I just want to go over the yield max distributions for this week. So we have YMAX here. YMAX is paying 13 cents per share. And YMAG, the Magnificent Seven fund of option income ETFs, is paying 5 cents a share. And Misty, of course, which is one of the stocks I own, is paying $3.08 per share, which is crazy. That is a crazy, crazy dividend. As we can see, Misty, MSTY, is up 67% on the year. And if we take this dividend, and of course this dividend fluctuates, right? Last month it was over $4 a share, but based off of this dividend, let's see, 3.0821 times 12 divided by its current share price, 35.48. The yield is about 142%, or actually a little, or not 142%, but a little over 100%, about 100.4%. And so that's 100% dividend yield, right? And it's up on a share price 67% for the year. So hopefully MicroStrategy continues to stay volatile and continues to go up over time so that YieldMax can continue extracting a huge premium from these options on MicroStrategy. and paying out these really, really big dividends. So that's it for today, y'all. Again, the main objective of this video was to go over CEPI. It is a newer fund. And again, I'm interested to see what the future payouts will be, what the, stability of share price will be. And let's see if we can pull up a chart here. So it is at $50.98. It looks like the inception date was just maybe 2 weeks ago, December 6th. And so it's pretty flat right now. So again, I'm interested to see what that first payment will be. And I also want to see if it's going to be a dividend that fluctuates like other Bitcoin covered call ETFs, or if it's going to be a stable dividend yield like CEPI at 25% and AIPI at 34%. So it'll be interesting to see moving on into the future. And again, as always, I appreciate you guys checking out my videos. I'm now at 441 subscribers. I'm super grateful. Again, I appreciate you guys checking me out. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about CEPI? Do you think it's worth investing in? Is it on your watch list? Is it something you're taking into consideration? Again, I appreciate y'all, and I will see y'all in the next video.